So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, we are from group 12, sorry, mistake. Under case study Smart Classroom Proposal at the Faculty of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. So, our group member is Fakrul, Ikmal, Idham, and Azri. So, for introduction, Azri.
For introduction, kamera channel dapat tengah record kan. Alright. For introduction, the overview of the project is from the academic period. We get the idea to do this smart classroom project. So during the academic period, the popularity of the hybrid learning methodologies has grown. So the smart classroom aids this knowledge transfer using technological investment. So the benefit we get from the smart classroom, from the recorded class created by the student or instructors, if the class is held synchronously. Then we would like to propose the idea of hybrid smart classroom by using Microsoft Teams. So the objective of the project, first, to enhance lecture student communication, to enhance student learning autonomy, and provide new ideas for students' deep learning. So the problem statement for this project is students infected due to COVID-19 were able to join the lecture. Second, a student who are not vaccinated can participate the lecture session. The slow learner students can take advantage of the recorded class, meaning that all the students may be able to join the lecture session. Alright, next.
So, for the meta-analysis, this is our meta-analysis, which is it's easy to compare between the face-to-face versus a hybrid class meta-analysis. So, there are 30 relevant studies published from 1998 to 2020. And we choose 1998 because it started for the research for the hybrid class. So, as you can see in the screen, there are 30 relevant studies, which is from the x-axis for the one. There are 7 favoring to hybrid learning classroom. Meanwhile, for the negative one in the x-axis is 3 favoring to the face-to-face learning method. For the orange dot to the line on the zero axis, it shows that the 30 relevant study published this favoring to the hybrid learning classroom. So now we discuss about how the mechanism of the hybrid smart classroom with the Microsoft Teams. So we want to propose under the smart classroom, which is a hybrid smart classroom with the Microsoft Teams. So the idea is to keep the same idea of a hybrid classroom, which is several group join attend on the meeting platform, and some groups of students will attend on the face-to-face at the classroom. So what we use on Microsoft Teams is we want to use Microsoft Teams as a medium, which is we will take attendance, assessment, class recording, purpose of interaction, and cloud platform. So on the purpose of interaction, they are will lecturer are not the main of the who will handle the Microsoft Teams. With just students are also capable to use Microsoft Teams to change the name of the subject, to create the assessment, to get the attendance, so that we can make a interaction more conveniently. So now we understand the mechanism. So we will continue by looking at the layout design, which is presented by the Fakrul.
Assalamualaikum and greetings to Doctor and everyone. So this is our overview of floor design. I'm using the application called Primacoustic, which can visualize in 2 dimension and 3D dimension. So for the 2D dimension, the class size is about, the standard class is 30 feet times 50 feet, and we are proposing a 20 seat in the classroom, which the 10 seat is not complete with the PC because this is for the students who are bring their own laptop, and then the other 10 is for the students who are not bring their laptop, so they can use this seat. And then in front of the class we have complete with a camera 4K HD to view the lecture, and then we have two interactive whiteboard, which the lecturer can use the whiteboard to explain to explain the lecture to all students. And then next. So this is the project time frame which we propose to complete the project within 3 months during the semester break, which are commencing from June, July, and August. The project will begin with a meeting with FKEE management, which consists of the layout to discuss the layout, the technology, and the expenditure of the classroom, which takes part about 3 weeks. And then the next part is a proposal presentation and approval from management division, which we will propose the layout and also the design, and also waiting for the finance department to approve the budget. And the third is equipment selection and purchasing. This part is very crucial because there are a lot of technology offered by a lot of brands such as Huawei, Samsung, and etc. So we need to select the technology with a proper, I mean, with a suitable budget that will be allocated. And then the fourth is installation and maintenance process, which is we will recruit a few labor skill worker to complete the installation within 2 weeks. And then at the same time, the inspection from the SHO, which is Safety and Health Officer, will come to oversee the installation process. And then the classroom trial and start training, which is we'll have 2 weeks of classroom trial with the lecturer so that it can familiarize all the technology that you use in the classroom. And then the last one is official use for private using, which is we will open the classroom for the students using. Next.
So for the continuous improvement plan, our idea is to get a feedback from the student over 2 semesters. Why we want to get a feedback? Because we understand that on the smart classroom, we want to improve the student performance. So when we get the feedback from the student, we can understand and analyze what are the pros and cons on how to improve the to do a improvement plan. So there are two ways to change to improve the plan, which is major change and minor change. Major change is that change that takes a long time to complete, which is to design an appropriate curriculum materials. We understand that on this proposal, we are still new on how to manage the appropriate curriculum materials. So by designing the appropriate curriculum materials are the one of the major change. For the minor change is change in the phase of urgency, or change does not necessitate drastic alteration. As an example is on the mechanism, we understand that the several group will attend the class face to face. That method can be changed either want to change by week. Students are changed by week to week or changed by their performance on the assessments. So that's the improvement plan that we suggested. So next is project costing.
Okay, for the project costing, for the first equipment list cost, for the first product is Huawei Mate Station S, which is we use 10 pieces of PC, which is the total cost is 35,988 ringgit. Net portable wire, interactive whiteboard, and teaching whiteboard, interactive monitor, electronic conference touch screen, which is the total cost of this product is 31,260 ringgit 44 cent. Next, full HD web camera, 4K HD, 2K, and PTZ network camera, which is the total cost is 3,786.80 cents. For the last, lightweight portable wireless headset microphone with receiver box music element system. We use one quantity, that is the cost is 79 ringgit and 32 cent. For and the total cost for the equipment 71 ringgit, 71,117 ringgit 56 cents. And for the labor cost, we need to install the equipment in 2 weeks. We use 5 people, which is 150 ringgit for the for person for a day, and the total cost for the install the equipment 10,500 ringgit. Okay, for the total cost yeah, of the sum of equipment, labor and maintenance 96,670 ringgit 56 cent. Next. Okay, for the risk analysis, first difficulties in getting students to participate, which is the issue of student participation is one of the primary potential obstacle of hybrid learning. In order to provide an equal learning experience, it might be difficult to keep both students who are physically present in the classroom and students who are learning remotely as engaged as each other. Many of the tactics professors employ to increase student involvement in the classroom may not be practicable in a hybrid learning environment, since remote learners would be excluded. Next, collaboration issues. There is many courses include the concept of collaborative learning, which can improve the learning experience, increase social engagement, development of teamwork skills, and the opportunity to further knowledge, which can improve long-term retention. All advantages of collaboration learning. And the last is technical issues possibilities. Another concern that could arise when using a hybrid learning strategy is the appearance of technological challenges. This can take many different forms, but if members of a class of or a course have problems in this area, it can disrupt not just their own learning. So that's all for the risk analysis.
Next. So the impact of this smart classroom towards safety and environment, which is the first one is safety impact. The first point is smart asset management system, which we will use the serial number for each of the assets in the classroom. And the second is fully fit with alarm system, which the sensor will sense the high temperature and automatically will diffuse out the water. So for the environmental, is the first one is energy saving, which reduce power consumption. According to the Huawei research, it will reduce about 10%. And then the second is study environment. So in this, in terms of study environment, it will be comfortable as equipped with high technology. So next.
So for the conclusion of this project, the smart classroom inadvertently easy to access, manage and utilize along with incorporate new technology. Second, the project is aims to identify common problems in the application of teaching informatization and the future innovative teaching process from the perspective of development needs. Third, complete with superior software technologies to improve.
So next
teaching
is
methods.
for complete with the superior software technology to improve the teaching method and monitor student progress. And lastly is to allow students and teachers to collaborate to express their idea and feedback in order to improve their understanding. So that's all from us. Thank you.